Yeah, it's Kilo Glow, and I am back with another video.
I got faith in Alexander Gustafsson.
Today, this is an interesting fight. As you guys can see, we are in the light heavyweight division, and as you can see, I have Alexander Gustafsson versus an Alistair Overeem player. Now, when you put these two fighters side by side in real life or in a virtual video game, there is a significant difference. I feel like, real MMA fans, real UFC fans, we don't have to point out the obvious differential between these two fighters, but I will for the casuals. As you guys can see, this is Alistair Overeem. But this is not your typical Alistair Overeem. This is prime. This is Uberine. This is prime. Pride. Alistair Overeem. We talking about nigga on steroids, no USADA, no drug testing, no having to piss in the cup, no having to spit saliva out, no having to draw some blood. Just pop some PhDs, pop some PEDs and hop in a ring and beat a nigga unconscious. It's just that simple. And any fighter who uses Alistair Overeem has that same agenda. Get in the octagon and whoop a nigga unconscious. Now, on the other hand, on the other side, I have Alexander Gustafsson. In my opinion, one of the greatest light heavyweight champions. I said champions. Light heavyweight fighters of all time. Even though he never, beat John Jones. He had two chances. If you ask me, he low-key won one of the fights. But hey, it's John Jones. But one of the most, if not in my opinion, the most underrated fighter of all time when it comes to just, the time frame, the time span that he fought in. How ahead of his time he was. Like, his style was ahead of his time, especially with his body type. He's a tall, slinky ass nigga. A tall, slinky nigga shouldn't be doing no spinning elbows and no spinning heel kicks and shit like that. A nigga like this shouldn't be doing all that. If you ask me, skill wise, in that light heavyweight division when John Jones was in his prime, if you ask me overall skill wise, Gustafsson was right behind him. He was right behind him. Right behind him. It's just a fight IQ, If maybe if Gustafsson, he had a little more fight IQ, he could have won one of those fights without no debate. But John Jones is John Jones. People gonna dick around and they gonna say what they gotta say. But it's no hate, Now, back to the topic at hand. The differential between these two fighters, now that we step into round two, is the punch power. Obviously, a nigga who pop PEDs all day and exercise and eat animal liver and shit like that, of course a nigga like this is going to be knocking heads off left and right. I think in this game, I believe Alistair Overeem has like a 96 punch power. I know it's no lower than a 94, no higher than a 98. I know the punch speed is about 96, 95, 94. No lower than a 94, no higher than a 98. Same thing. But you get the gist and you catch my drift. This nigga can punch harder than a bitch. I'm just saying. So, like I said, this is an interesting fight. And not only is he using an OP player, but he was low-key spamming the knees, the overhands. I wasn't mad at him. That was a nice-ass head kick. I ain't gonna hold you. And I ran right into it, like I said, on that Kamaru Usman shit. That kick changed the whole differential of this fight. It changed the whole trajectory of this fight. Now, you look at the health stats, he's ahead of me in every category except for that left leg. But he's ahead. So now I'm telling myself, hey, it's time to lock in. Yeah, the opponent you're facing is not really all that striking wise compared to me. I feel like, yeah, I was a better striker. This proves it. I feel like if I had If I had a fighter with at least a 92 punch power, I would have been got bro out of here. I'm using Alexander Gustafsson. He only got like an 88 punch power, 96 punch speed or something like that. I'm really fighting off volume. I'm not fighting because, you know, to really put, you know, heavy damage on my opponent. It's just, you know, rack up a lot of volumes of shots until he can't take no more shots. Simple as that. These are one of those type of fights. And not only do he got a good punch power, but this nigga Alistair Overeem has good kicks. As you can see, he almost flash KO'd me off a head kick. Literally, I was like a tick away from being knocked out. By the grace of this trash ass game and the trash mechanics, I survived somehow.
I cannot trade with this nigga.
But I will not question my blessings. I'ma just keep on whipping some ass. Through the front kick, crucial mistake. And now I notice that bro is getting desperate. He's going for the kill shot because he got that weak ass roundhouse kick. Nigga, that was nothing. I just underestimated you. I didn't think you was gonna do a jab kick. I thought you was gonna keep on just punching and shit. I didn't think you was gonna mix a kick in with it. Come here, beat you to it. You thought you was gonna hit me with a front kick. It's not gonna happen. Now look at you bagging back.
Much health.
Now look at the stats.
But
now watch me work the way I want to work. I got my opponent right where I want him.
Things is playing out in my favor.
And he's finna end up right where I want him. On the ground looking up at the lights, my nigga. I'm trying to tell you niggas. Stop using these OP fighters if you're not using OP fighter. Simple as that. I love you all. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you for your time. See y'all in the next one.